Hey folks, and welcome to the latest installment of Dave's Impressions. This time around, Dark Souls 2. I hear this one is everybody's favorite game in the series. Wink. These impressions were taken from playing the game for around 5 hours and 30 minutes. Enjoy! The intro of Dark Souls 2 gave me a lot to think about. I've watched a lot of critique videos about the game over the years, and I think I echo the idea that the game might run on dream logic, or at least the idea of going hollow being a nightmare that one can't wake from. There's a horror in the idea of living forever, watching everyone you know and love wither away, first from your life and then from your memory. Then you slowly start to lose your grasp on sanity itself. You become hollow, nothing but a mindless husk attacking everything in your path on instinct. Why is it your instinct to attack? Because souls are the only way to stave off the badness of going hollow. But it was never enough. You could never get enough souls, and anyway, now it's too late. Dark Souls 2's intro doesn't set up its world and the major players like the intro to the first game, but I think it does a better job at hammering home the horror of the undead curse. Dark Souls 2 likes encounters with multiple enemies. The new healing item, the Life Gem, is dropped by most foes and will slowly regenerate your health over time. There's still Estus flasks, but they are less plentiful, and I found myself using them after a fight was over, if I didn't want to waste another life gem. I like the idea of engaging healing before a fight starts, and because crushing a gem is a quicker action than drinking a flask, it creates less moments of panic when I needed to step out of the action for a second. It's kinda like letting the healing take care of itself. Battles against multiple enemies are chaotic, so I think it speaks to a greater importance placed on preparation, especially if you've died to this encounter before. Dying also lops off some of your health. It's not a strict half-off like in Demon Souls, but rather it keeps encroaching on your health bar the more times you succumb to an enemy encounter without using a human effigy. Having dabbled with the Souls series before, it was tough accustoming myself to the way this game works, especially picking a character class with no shield. I did find rolling around and slashing with two swords easier to play than I did during my Dark Souls 3 impressions, but I felt confusion as to what I should be upgrading and what a proper weapon or proper build in this game actually looks like. I mean, it was still early game by the time I stopped playing, but it did feel that perhaps my way of doing things was less than optimal. I loved the thrill of exploration, how every path was littered with treasure, how following these paths always held a sense of tension. Was there going to be an ambush? What combination of enemies? Will I run into the pursuer on a rooftop again? Am I going too far in this direction when I should have tried that other path instead? Is there going to be a boss behind this fog door? Not only are some of the locations breathtaking like Hyde's Tower of Flame, but they often contain intimidating enemies, like Hyde's Tower of Flame. As huge as these Dragon Knights are though, it didn't take long until I could defeat them rather easily. One lesson this game teaches quite early is that aggression can often be a more viable strategy than being cautious. Getting up in the face of most enemies leads to victory, or at least showed me what I needed to watch out for. The one exception was the pursuer. This was a roadblock. I fought it a few times but could never seem to escape its attacks or find the right opening. It's getting stuck that led me to explore the Tower of Flame and the Old Wharf, although I did keep coming back to try again periodically. I have no doubt I would defeat him eventually, but I only had so much time with the game at my disposal, and so much patience. Speaking of patience, an observation I have of at least my own playstyle is the panic that sets in when a boss is on low health. Yes, if I continue with the same strategy, it will go down in a little while, but somehow my brain overrides this rationality. It says, it's almost dead, go for broke. This leads to getting hit and almost dying, even though with the last giant and the Dragon Rider, I did end up victorious. I wonder if by the end of the game, I'd learn to perform a little calmer under pressure. Thanks for watching. So, should you play Dark Souls 2? Well, if you're a fan of the Souls series and you somehow haven't played this one, I think it's worth your time. If you like action games with more deliberate combat and a variety of playstyles, or if you just like a world with an oppressive atmosphere, I think you'll find something here to enjoy. On the other hand, if the famed difficulty of the Souls games intimidates you, you don't like action games, Or if you don't like the idea of a quest that might be ultimately futile, it'd probably be best to look elsewhere. As always, I'd love to hear what you thought of Dark Souls 2 and this video down in the comments. If you'd like to help the channel and show me some love, please like the video, please share it on your favorite social media sites, and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I hope you're all having a wonderful day.